Hey Spartans, I'm Olivia.
And I'm Jessica. It's almost the end of the school year and we couldn't be more excited.
Especially us seniors. We have only 2 more in-person days, but before our annual senior episodes of Channel 101, we have one last regular episode for you.
In today's show, we have the Derek Chauvin case in 60 seconds, and some students tell us about their songs from their childhood that have impacted them.
We also have a special feature on a local restaurant with a flavorful menu.
From the studio, our live broadcast starts now. On April 20th, a jury found Derek Chauvin guilty of the murder of George Floyd. Chauvin was charged with 2nd and 3rd degree murder as well as 2nd degree manslaughter.
Derek Chauvin trial in 60 seconds. May 25th of last year, George Floyd was killed in Minneapolis. The officer who was kneeling on Floyd's neck, Derek Chauvin, was charged for his death and recently taken to trial. 3 main points were argued over. Was the use of force justified? Did the use of force kill George Floyd? And what else could have killed George Floyd? The prosecution had multiple witnesses who said that not only was the force excessive and wrong, but against policy as well. The defense had one token witness who completely contradicted what all the other experts were saying. Many different types of medical experts, including the emergency care provider of Floyd, a doctor who specializes in breathing, and the medical examiner of Floyd, all said that lack of oxygen was the main cause of death. Again, the defense had one token witness, a retired medical examiner, who completely contradicted what all the other experts were saying. The defense tried to argue that the traces of drugs such as fentanyl in George Floyd's body were the real cause of death. The prosecution brought out a toxicologist who examined the levels of fentanyl in Floyd's body, and the toxicologist concluded that there was not enough of the drug in Floyd's body to kill him. The jury found Chauvin guilty on all 3 charges, and he will be in jail for at least 12 years, but probably more.
This monumental verdict holds Chauvin accountable for his actions, but many people agree that the fight against police brutality and racial injustice is far from over.
On a much lighter note, as our senior year is coming to a close, it is tough to not feel nostalgic for our childhood.
A song that has impacted me is the SpongeBob SquarePants theme song because it really uplifts me when I'm sad and it just really reminds me of my childhood. It's really nostalgic.
SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants!
A song that's deeply impacted me would probably be Self-Care by Mac Miller, and that's basically because he sings and he raps about the hardships of life, but he's like, the point of the song is that he gets back up, and that cuts deep because no matter how hard life gets, you always gotta boss it up and get back up.
Can't trust no one, can't even trust yourself, yeah. I love you, I don't love nobody else, yeah.
A song that has really impacted me is Get Cool by Stray Kids, because it just really hypes me up and gets me in the mood, good mood when I'm feeling down.
A song that has really impacted my life has to be the Phineas and Ferb theme song because it really taught me to make every day count because there's only 104 days of summer vacation.
Are gonna do it all. So stick with us, cause Phineas and Ferb are gonna do it all.
Mom! Phineas and Ferb are making a title sequence!
Whenever I hear any old Selena Gomez songs, I remember dancing in our kitchen to that under the cabinet radio.
Remember when our dad made us that mix CD?
It was such a weird mix of music, like Usher and that Phineas and Ferb songs.
In addition to songs, I feel like food is one of the best ways to connect with people.
We have so many good places to eat around Battle Creek now. One of my favorite places is Umami Ramen, and I got a chance to sit down with their owner and learn about the restaurant and their new location.
Through food, you could understand people, you could understand culture, you could bond with people who you'd think just because they look different, that you have nothing in common. I came here when I was 9 years old from Thailand, didn't speak a word of English. My mom has 6 children, she didn't have any English skills. When my husband says we're moving to Battle Creek, but unfortunately there's not really a big food culture here at the time, in 2009. So I was here 4 years, and I was kind of tired of people saying that Battle Creek had nothing to offer. I knew that we can offer the service, the food that's simply made but homemade, bring the community together because there's great people in Battle Creek, but I wanted to bring food and culture of Battle Creek together, and the way to do it is to food that is not very familiar. Food from my culture and Lonnie's culture, she's Filipino, and Kuru, KJ, she's Japanese, and Irma, she's Mexican. So all these home cooks came together to teach our young chefs and our young people of the community how to lift themselves up through food. When we offer a dish from other countries, it forces us to learn about the culture, the spices, why it's made, is to embrace what makes you uncomfortable. My sous chef Jalen, who's going to be promoted to chef very soon, he's been with me since his freshman year in college. He almost quit school because he realized that he loves cooking. He loves creating. Cooking is not just about boiling waters and eggs. It's really about creating. It's artistry. It really challenges you. Your dream and your instinct will lead you. We have, as humans, have a lot to offer.
While they're getting settled in their new building by the Math and Science Center, Umami's hours are still a little limited, but you can order food to go for delivery through BC Eats, or you can dine in.
This weekend, the theater department and LMS Mask are finally able to bring you the outdoor production of the musical Into the Woods.
The show times are Thursday and Friday at 7 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday at 2 p.m. Tickets are $10 per person, and you can either bring chairs or watch the show from your vehicle.
The weather will be perfect for the show and the various athletic competitions going on, so good luck to everyone this weekend.
If you ordered a senior shirt, make sure to see me or Brisa Hernandez to get it. That's all for us today, Spartans. This is our last regular show of the year.
So look for the annual senior episode next week. From Channel 101 News, I'm Olivia.
And I'm Jessica. Have a great weekend and a great last week of school, seniors.